but, whoops, did not mean to click new there. I think we're gonna play on our Meadowlands save. Okay, I do not remember what we're doing. It's been a while. I know we're trying to make money. Alright, hat shop is open. New ideas to sleep on. Good, good, good. I almost forgot that I had to water these, because in my other save, I have sprinklers and stuff. I think this is also the save that I said we were going to go the Joja route. So don't hate me for it, but I've never done it. And I would like to. I don't have anything against the community center, but it does take a long time. And I already have a save where I kind of did the community center, so... And I've heard that there's benefits to both. So why not try it, you know? Sorry, I'm talking. I applied for a job today, and I mean, I technically did apply for a job today, but one of the jobs that I like interviewed for, they want some references. So like, I'm communicating with two of the people I used to work really close with, and one of them is like giving me all of the tea who still works at my old job, and he's like giving me all the tea, and it's like, wow. It was so funny. I do miss working there, and I miss my coworkers a lot. But honestly, with all the tea that's going on right now, I really don't miss the company. If the company came to my city, I would probably work for them again. Because they have always hired really great people. And like, I hated the job that I was doing, but if they moved here, I would love to work for them again and make it better. And they paid really well. So now I'm just like, I haven't really gotten to talk to them in a while, and I really miss them. I miss them so much. Alright, we've chosen the JoJo route. I miss them so much. Oh god, the cat's attacking my feet again. She has a tude today. Okay. What are we doing? Mining. But I kind of started watching a new show. It's not a new show by any means, but I started watching The Good Doctor, and that's what I've been binging, and it's so good. I'm really enjoying it. Having a freaking blast. Oh, excuse me. But now, of course, that's all I want to do. Well, that and figure out job stuff. And that just made me remember, like, Doug cracks me up sometimes because I asked him. Because I planned on door dashing this morning, but I didn't. But I asked him, I was like, hey, would you be mad at me if I didn't DoorDash today? And he's like, no, do what you want, but at least do something with jobs. And I'm like, okay. And then I just thought back and I was like, but every time I asked you to maybe look for a job, you told me you wanted to focus on school, or I'm focusing on school, I'm not gonna look for a job yet. And I'm just like, why do you have to do two, why do I have to do two things at once? Why can't you do two things at once? No, rightfully so though. If he made enough money, we would have more time. The problem is I don't make much money at all right now, and we have to pay the bills. guy's really trying, huh? And I want to fix those too. There's so much to do. I don't know how to play the early game. I don't know how to play early game in this. Dog. Sorry, I'm very distracted today. Because one of the jobs that I applied to today, my buddy actually works for that company. Or my brother's buddy works for that company. Did I say that? I don't know. But they said that they could possibly like put in a good word for me. So, in like the other job that I'm interviewing for is like a 25-minute drive away, which is fine. But the schedule is also like Tuesday to Saturday or Sunday to Thursday, so it's like kind of weird. But if they hopefully put in a good word, and I think the application's been out for at least over a week, so they might already have somebody for it. But I'm not sure, but it's one of my brother's, like, very best friends, so obviously I want it to go well because they're going out of their way to help me, so if I do, you know, get an interview and get hired, then I want to make the absolute most of it and do an amazing job. But it's been a while since I've actually felt kind of excited. And what's funny is that I had an internship during college that was like doing lab work. And I did not have fun going to that job. But not because I didn't like lab work. I actually loved doing the testing and putting it all into, you know, Excel sheets and looking at the data and like doing graphs and everything. I really enjoyed that. So that's really good. I didn't like, it was for a paint company, I didn't like making the paint. Making the paint itself. But to be able to have another opportunity to be in a lab setting where a lot of it will be, you know, quality testing, looking at data, I think I could really thrive in that. And I think it said that it was hybrid. So I'm not exactly sure what that would entail as a lab position, because obviously you kind of need to be in a lab to run tests. But I'm not sure if maybe they have like specific testing days. where you get all your data, and then on the remote days, that's where you'd put it into meaningful data and like have presentations or meetings or whatever. And honestly, I really hope that when I start, I can actually like start with somebody else that is starting, because I feel like that helped me a lot through my job in Indy, who's the people that I'm talking to right now. And like, I hated that job, but I loved the people, and amazing people. And they feel like the only reason that I ended up getting through a lot of it was because of the people that I started with. Like, one of the people that I'm using as a reference was an engineer that started with me from day one. We started on the same day, so we went through everything at the same time. And that was so... to have the same experience in the same level of, like, we started this together was very, very nice, and I think that helped me so much. Which I also realized was kind of a struggle with the last couple jobs, was because I was the only one starting. So I didn't feel like I really had anybody there to help me, because everybody had already been there a while. They already had their structures. And like, maybe I don't have that this time, but I also feel like it's a hands-on learning job, which I will be able to figure out, you know, on my own. And we'll be good to figure stuff out, you know? I'm just rambling now. It's fine, though. I really don't mind rambling, honestly. As long as everything I'm rambling about makes sense. Which I know is probably debatable. But my last couple jobs, I didn't feel excited about. You know, like, I wasn't excited to go in on my first day. I was just nervous and iffy. This time, the couple positions that I'm looking at, and I've gone back and forth with how I feel about them, but, like, ultimately, like, I'm excited. I'm, like, excited to see these opportunities and, like, do that kind of thing. Bro, we're Smitty! We have a prop hat! Whoa! Whoa! So fun. But I'm actually, and it's a super nice change of pace, honestly, because I feel like the last couple times I've, like, rushed into stuff because I needed the money, and, like, I haven't rushed into this, really. I've been, you know, taking my time, kind of putting my focus on other things. But I finally think... Sora Lily, thank you for the follow. I finally think that I'm ready to get back into work, and, like, I'm excited about it. Hey, what's up? Nothing much. Just vibing. Just vibing. Doing some mining. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Stardew soundtracks always pop off. Well, that's nice. There's already a ladder over here. Whoa. Blue boots. We're taking it pretty slow here. I'd like to at least get down to, you know, level 50. This your favorite game? This is not this is one of my favorite games. I don't really have a favorite game. I play a lot of games. There's not one that I really like, super like more than the rest. Like, I really like Roblox, and I love DBD. I also love Minecraft. That is the game I've played the longest in my life. So if I had to absolutely pick one, it would probably be Minecraft. But I do play a lot of other games. But Stardew is up there for me. I very much enjoy it. Except for I am early in this save and I don't remember how to play. I don't remember how to do early game stuff. But we're vibing, so it's okay. Whoa. And I did decide to go the JoJo route this time. Whoa. Because I had not gone the JoJo route before. Interesting. Oh, right. I think we were also gonna try to get into a relationship with, Elliot. Okay, so 15K for minecarts, 35K for the greenhouse, 20K for panning, 25K for gold. So, we don't have any... Plus for 40K. We can't build them anymore? Is that what this did? We no longer have the option to build that stuff? Or can you still build it, but you have an option to buy it instead? Wait! I don't remember what you like as a gift. Wait! Yay! I gave him a gift. Only one heart. Where are you from? I'm from the United States, and I live in Ohio, the state of Ohio. Nice, yeah. You're from Texas? Nice, I know a couple people from Texas. you have a Discord. I do. If you... I can do it for you. That is the link to my server. That has all the information on it relevant to streaming. I think we're at the stage where we're getting... They're happy enough to where we're only getting large eggs, which is great. Summer squash. Sent you friend request to Discord. Have a look. Yeah, so I guess I do have a rule that I try not to friend people on Discord unless they're actually my friend. Just IRL, that's just one of the limits that I have. But yeah, if there is anything that you are interested in, please like type it either in the welcome or the general chat, and then we can help you out there. I'm sorry, that's just one of the things. Kind of a safety thing, but. But yeah, you can absolutely reach out to me in any of the Discord channels. If you need anything. Like if you're an artist or something, I'm not looking for an artist right now. I cannot pay. But I am also willing to write your name in one of the other chats that I have, if I were to ever look for an artist. Is that you mentioned on Discord? I don't think that I can see it. I have just created a Discord channel for a Discord channel in my Freezebox Discord for artists if you want to put your name there. I have it under gaming. It's called Aspiring Artists, so please leave your name there. Discord, yeah, Sora Lily. It's probably a channel that I should have done a while ago, but yeah, in the freeze box, my big Discord, I have an aspiring artist channel in there, and to go ahead and put your name there. That's not Stardew. Is my Stardew not? Interesting. Yeah, I don't wanna lose your name or anything in the chat here. Not today. Alright. Understandable. Okay, sorry. No, don't worry about it. No worries. I just do not want to lose your name anywhere. You're a full-time streamer? I try. I am job hunting right now, and hopefully we'll have an actual job soon, and then I'll probably back off a little bit on the streaming. But right now, this is what I do, yes. It doesn't make me much, but I do enjoy it. What's your age? I'm in my 20s. I don't want to go any more than that. It's just like a lot of like personal information. You're 22, nice. Yeah, definitely just be careful with your information online. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but Yeah, I think most people around here are usually in their early 20s. I haven't really, like, decided what information I really want out there yet. I'm content with the Ohio part, but I'm not really sure about everything else. I take a lot of my leads from, like, other Discords that I watch. Make a new friend on Discord? Yeah. Yeah, I try to take, like, a lead off of some of the other streamers that I watch, and they all give kind of different information. Some of them don't say their age, some of them do say their age. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Kind of same with, like, general locations. I don't know, it's just so weird, because you're like, well, I don't know how much information I'm supposed to say. Like, I don't know. The internet can be a very scary place. Can I ask a question? Yeah, you can ask whatever you want. That doesn't mean I will answer it depending on what the question is, but yeah, you can ask. Do you know about Twitch stuff? What do you mean? I have been using Twitch for 5 or 6 years now. So I do know a decent chunk about Twitch, but I'm not sure exactly what you mean when you say Twitch stuff. Twitch stuff like emotes, banner, 3D model, badges, overlays. Yeah, I know about that stuff. Most of what when I was learning, I just kind of explored it myself. I'm I'm pretty independent when it comes to that stuff, so, like, I was able to figure it out from there, but I also had the internet, so I was able to, you know, look stuff up to help me. But a lot of it that helped was, I used Stream Elements, to stream. Stream Elements OBS, so that taught me a lot as well. Who did you get this banner made by? I have made everything that's on my channel right now. I know it's not the best, but I do make everything myself right now. Because as I have said, I cannot afford an artist right now, so everything that I have made, everything from my emotes to the banners to the badges, I have made all of them. And I know a lot of them are not that great. I am not a professional artist by any means. You have a package? I don't have any money to spend. It's not that I don't have a lot of money. I don't have any money I do not have any money budgeted to be able to spend on an artist right now. If I did have money to spend on stream-related things, it would probably be for an editor for videos. An artist is kind of the last thing on my agenda. So like I said, I do not have the money. I make badges and model with 2 emotes for free. That's interesting. But like I said, I'm not really... I have a lot of other things going on in my life right now where I cannot put a main focus on communicating stuff, and I wouldn't want it to I don't mind my badges. I like my badges. But why? Yeah, I'm just not looking right now. I also don't want it to be a situation where I possibly use your stuff and I know that it's free. But I know that there's also a lot of artists out there. And communication is very difficult sometimes. And I have worked in many professional jobs where communication is an issue. And I also don't want to spend the time on something I may not like, especially because I am not in the mood to look for it right now. Like I said, the why does not matter as much. I am not looking right now, whether it is free or not. I do not really have the time to worry about that kind of thing. Do you not have money? Yeah, like I've said multiple times, I have no money. None. All of my money that I currently have is being saved for bills, and I still don't have enough. So no, I do not have money. I've said that multiple times. The whole point of me having an artist channel in my Discord is so I can reach out if I do ever want to have artists design stuff for me, but I do not want that right now. So I would greatly appreciate if you would stop asking. Thank you. Because I do not want to get super frustrated, because as I have already stated, I am not looking for an artist right now. I do not have time to follow up with artwork. That is just not something I am interested in right now. I am content with what I have. If that's the case, then no problem. You can give the money after a few days. I won't have money in a few days either. I do not have a job. This is my job, and I don't make money off of this right now. I will not have money for possibly years to do this. So I'm not really understanding why you're not understanding. Because I have been pretty clear that I don't have a job and that I don't have the money to spend on an artist and that I am not interested right now. Also, I would not suggest advertising something for free that is not free. When you have the money, remember to let me know. That is why I have the Discord. If you write your name in the Aspiring Artist Discord, I will remember you, but only if you put your name in the Discord. I get artists in my chat all the time. No, you won't do that? Then I won't be able to remember you. I get artists that come in here all the time, and I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt and the same opportunity. Thanks, have a lovely day. I hope you have a lovely day too. Good luck harassing some other small streamers. Did I pet the chickens today? No. I was doing not good. Focus, Ellie. You need to pull it together. That's right. I need to figure out... I can't remember what his loved gifts are. Do you want to say hi? Come on. Say hi. Somebody just wants to take a nappy nap. Do you want to take a nap? Oh. Crab cakes, duck feather, a lobster, pomegranate, squid ink, or tom kha soup. Now, I don't know if I can get any of those. Yeah, because you need a duck to get a duck feather. I could try to get a lobster, I think, but I'd need bait and some crab pots. Oh, hey. Can I help you? Can I make a crab pot yet? Is that an option? No. That means I probably just need to get my fishing skill up. What are you doing, Tiny? What's up? Man, I miss my good fishing rod. Why are you so wiggly butt right now? Oh, you fell. You're distracting me. I'm trying to catch fish. Hey, I don't know what you're doing, but you're clicking things on my keyboard. Hey, what are you doing? Cut it out. If you want to get down, then get down. I'm not keeping you here. But I'm not gonna let you walk around my desk like a crazy cat. This is the worst part about not having the farm kind of cleared out is, man, is it hard to navigate. Let me out. Is there a way to see how much like XP you are towards a skill? Allie Bumpkin? Is that my last name in this? Allie Bumpkin? I mean, okay. I mean, that's fine. Bumpkin? That's actually really funny. Why is fishing so hard of a skill to level up? I don't understand. Yes, new ideas to sleep on. Thank goodness. I've been waiting. Ooh, sea jelly. I think I have a sea jelly and a river jelly. I'm gonna keep the seaweed because I feel like I'm remembering that we needed seaweed for something. Okay, well we can make bait now. That's good. We are in the last day of our season. Oh no, I just have 2 sea jellies. That's kind of interesting. Can I give another gift yet? Yes. Okay, give me one of these. I would like to give him gifts he loves, but he doesn't have... Or I can't get anything that he loves yet. Hi gamer, hi Hannah. A lot of the things probably in the chat don't make any sense right now. Was trout soup one of the things that he liked? You usually know how I am with artists, Hannah. I usually I'm pretty upfront with them. I'm like, I don't have any money to pay you, so I'm not looking for an artist right now. And they just weren't understanding. You can see why you were annoyed? It was just so weird because they were like, oh, well, I have a package with 2 emotes for free for your channel. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not looking. I don't have the money. And I was like, even if it's free. And they were like, but why? Do you not have money? And I was like, as I have said, like 20 times before, no. And then they're like, no problem. You can give me the money after a few days. And I was like, what do you not understand that what do you not understand that I don't want to pay for it now. I'm not going to want to pay for it then. It was just like, oh. And then they said that they're 22 years old, and I'm like, well, you're talking like you're like 15, maybe. I would have gone into mean mod mode. It was just weird, too, because, and then at the end, I told him, I was like, in that case, no problem, like, give me a money, or, what was it that they said? When you have money, remember to let me know. And I was like, yeah, I made actively for them a channel in my Discord that is called Aspiring Artists. And in there I have, please put your name below if you're an aspiring artist, and I will remember to follow up with you when I am looking for an artist. And then they just said no. And I was like, okay. It was just all very confusing. Because I was like, I don't do friend requests from that. Because I'm not, I don't friend people on Discord that are not actually my friends. That's a rule of mine. And then I was like, here. And they're like, just remember me. And I'm like, I'm not. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to remember your name. I have artists. I literally said, I was like, I have artists come in here all the time, asking. So I'm not gonna remember you. But if you give me your name, I'll remember to reach back out. And and I was very clear. I didn't even give a hint of interest. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just not interested. And then they said, have a lovely day. And I was like, and I literally, you'd be proud of me, Hannah. I literally said, yeah, go have fun harassing other small streamers. Oh, that might have been mean, but I was so frustrated. I was so clear. I was very clear about, like, I'm not looking right now. And then I also said, and a piece of advice, don't say something is free when you expect them to pay you a few days later. That's not free. Yeah, I hate when people do that when they join. It makes you uncomfy. Yeah. Like, they were being pretty mellow. They never said one time that they were an artist, but I knew pretty much immediately because they followed. They started asking kind of, like, super random questions, and then they asked to friend me, and then they asked if I had a Discord, and I'm like, yep, this person's gonna ask. Because as you can see, they never said, I'm an artist. They never explicitly said that until much later, after I had already said, I'm sorry, I'm not looking. Yeah, Hannah, I knew you'd be proud. We all say the same thing. I know. And, like, I do actually want to have an artist one day, maybe, to make stuff for me, because I'm not that great of an artist. Like, I'm content with what I have here right now, but that's because, like... Oh. That's because I'm content with what I have right now, you know? Not... Like, I'm sorry. And I do. I'm like, I want to give the artist the benefit of the doubt. I'd love to take your name, and if I look, but please don't, like, expect anything. And it's just really funny to me. I was like, are they just not actually listening? Because I've said multiple times. And actually, right when they came in, I was talking about work. I was talking about a job because I was like, I have no money. And then I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have any money to spend right now. And then they said, do you not have any money? And I was like, I've said like 12 times that I didn't have any money. And then I said, and I wouldn't be spending my money on an artist. If I did give myself the money to spend, I would be spending it on an editor. And I was like, an artist is not my top priority right now. It was wild. And I was just like, I don't understand. I think I said out loud, I was like, I'm not understanding how you're not understanding. It was very confusing. Even me now, I'm still just like, did that actually just happen? Because I'm so confused. Like, I'm still confused on if that actually happened or not. I was like, did I ever say something this whole time that said that I was looking for an artist? Because if I did, then, you know, that's on me for leading you on and, like, assuming that I wanted something. I have to go back and rewatch this interaction. Yeah, when the VOD is over, Hannah, you could probably go back and find it, but I can find a place in the VOD, and then I can send it to you. Can this ghost die? It's causing me all of my issues right now. Thank you. I think you can technically go back now if you wanted to, but I don't remember what time it started. I mean, I guess you can look at what the time was on their first comment, right? Technically. It says that they followed me 59 minutes ago. So approximately 59 minutes ago would have been about 25 minutes into stream. Because it all started after they had followed me. They followed me first before saying anything. So I got some paperwork for my insurance. I hate America right now. Aw. Yeah, it does not sound good. Please, I just want to go down a level. Gotta spend $1,600 out of pocket for a dental procedure? What dental procedure? Are you getting your wisdom teeth out or something? If it's too personal, you don't have to tell me. Or say it on here if you don't want to. No, fortunately, I was young enough to where that fell on my parents. When I got my wisdom teeth out, but also they only had to spend half the cost because my parents are divorced. So they split it, but still, ugh, not fun. I have not been taking care of my teeth or anything very well. It is something I need to fix. They're not in bad shape or anything. See, they're not in bad shape. I do need to take better care of them, absolutely. I'm very bad about brushing my teeth when I don't have to leave my house. When I start working, I think I will do great. Let me just eat this raw sardine real quick. But the next time, it has been like 2 years since I've been to the dentist, I think. I'm kind of nervous for the next time I go to the dentist, because like, I don't want there to be any cavities or anything. I don't want there to be any, I don't want to have a filling. Like, I just want to go in and get my teeth cleaned and feel good about my teeth again. Because I don't even want to deal with the money side. And I think a lot of insurances might cover. Oh no. Oh, I don't want to die, please. Please, 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 please. Like, I don't even want, like, a cavity or anything. Like, I'm just not... Don't want it. I don't want to know how much it costs. I'm just like... Let's put it in a branch crown because they decided to pull one of my teeth when I was like 17 instead of trying to move it. Oh, that's the worst. My first cleaning this year after 6 years because of dental trauma, and luckily I only have 5 cavities. All on one side. That's good. Yeah, cavities can definitely be worse. But I am glad that they're all on one side, so hopefully when they go to fill them for you, they only need to numb the one side of your mouth. That was the thing that I hated the most, was them putting a needle in my mouth. And I told my dentist, I was like, no matter what you do, I cannot see the needle. Do not let me see the needle. And I didn't. She was really nice, and she's like, alright, don't look over there. I'm gonna have you close your eyes. You're gonna feel a little pinch. And I was like, great. And then I never saw the needle. So we were vibing. And then it kind of didn't work all the way. Not that it didn't work, but it like I shouldn't have been able to feel even like uncomfort or anything. Like it should have been completely numb and everything should have been fine, but like I felt uncomfortable. I only ever started getting cavities once I got braces. Before that, my teeth were perfect. Yeah, the only time I've ever had a filling wasn't even because of a cavity. It was like so my tooth had like what it looked like would have been a cavity, but there was no rot or anything. It was just my tooth had like a pretty big divot on the inner side, like where my teeth line up. So they were like, that could be a problem for you in the future. They're like, it is not a cavity. It does not look like a cavity. There is no rot. There's no, nothing is eating away. There's not even any bacteria, but they're like, but there could be. So we should fill it. And I was like, oh. So my teeth is perfectly fine, and I've never gotten a cavity there before, but you want to fill it? Pretty sus. They also are the ones that had me... My wisdom teeth weren't even having any issues. No pain. They weren't even in yet. They were still... like growing in my gums. Like they were not even in yet. I could not even feel them. But they decided they wanted to remove them anyways, just so they didn't have any issues. And I don't think any of my siblings ever had their wisdom teeth removed either. So I was the first one to ever have my wisdom teeth removed out of my siblings. And they also could have been fine. But they decided that they wanted to take them out so they wouldn't cause any issues. Not that they were going to cause issues. So it was kind of weird. Because it was like, but it's unnecessary, but okay. Possum! I've had so many dental issues and it's horrible. My canine teeth literally grew in the roof of my mouth. So I had to use my braces to move them into the correct position. I can't even imagine. And it's so weird because, like, teeth are something that every creature has. And, like, they all get lost. So, like, how in our evolution have they not, like, properly grown in for everybody, you know? Like, I know some things happen, but I feel like dental issues are not this, like, super uncommon thing. And I'm just not understanding. Oh. Breakthrough in my research. Turn into something useful. Like set up the cave to attract some local species. Oh, so we can choose mushrooms or bats. The mushrooms was a great idea. Me and my cousin have the exact same issues. It was wild. Ugh. That's so interesting. Alright, actually, we are going to call it quits on Stardew for today. So if you're watching the VOD, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and catch it live over on twitch.tv/alleycat3224, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.